Welcome to this review of the St. Louis Ray.
I can't see the red button.
That'd be the St. Louis Ray Enero 08.
Are you sure?
You're here to review cigars.
First of all, you turn
up
at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I told you I was coming at 9 o'clock.
I said you're coming after your flight.
Yeah, I told you, and I was getting in at 9.
This is part of our 5-year review where we've got 20 tasters from around the world reviewing one of these cigars from 2 cabinets every year. Roughly the same time every year. This is the Enero 07. Didn't get a lot of favourable reviews last year. It's first year of the 5. Let's see how year 2 goes and whether it's seen any complexity and development. Let's start aroma or cold. Ken?
Cold, this is looking, aside from a tiny little split right at the end, it's got a lovely oily feel, not too oily, but it really looks good, and the aroma's just lovely. You just, almost that sort of old footy gym bag.
It really is.
Spice.
Sweaty socks and...
Yeah, it's a leathery tone there.
It's if it's as good as it's looking.
There's a beautiful sheen on that wrapper in the morning.
Okay.
Well, it smells good.
Okay, clip it. Draw, we'll be back to you at the end of the first third. Can you tell us about the draw on yours? What's your draw like?
Very, very tight and difficult.
Mine's pretty firm too.
It is.
I got it. Mine's actually quite good. Is it a workable draw? Let's see if it comes.
Oh yeah,
comes
yeah, so
good. Okay. Body. Let's just start. All I want to know is body at this point in time. We'll come back at the end of the first third, but just let it bet body and additional flavours.
It's quite sort of a creamy.
Creamy.
Reasonably powerful. I'd be putting it mid at the moment, I guess.
No, I'll run straight into medium. It's got a slight creaminess to it.
My draw's closed down. You never would have told this would be a tight draw.
Yeah, they feel superb. The construction feels great, but
somewhere along the line, I saw draw. We'll come back to the end of the first third.
Sorry.
Once we've compiled some thoughts that actually count.
That could be 10 hours. Nice little cone there. The burn's been nice, slow, even, consistent. The flavours, it's still got that creamy character. It's very pleasant. It's not setting the world on fire.
Yeah, I'll agree with Gargett on most of that. There's not much there at the moment on flavour. It's a little difficult on the draw, which is a little restrictive.
So when you said most, which bits didn't you agree?
I was going to add more, that's all. Okay, well then I'll agree with all of yours.
Thank you very much. That's all I needed.
There's a greeny flavour there that...
Youth?
It's youthfulness more so than green.
Jello.
Yeah. But it's a rather muted opening third for me.
Yeah, it is a disappointing opening third for me. The draw's fine now. It is creamy, but it just hasn't opened up. There's the promise of aroma hasn't transferred to the delivery of flavour. It is just going through the motions without any great sign of excellence. Let's see if it opens up in the second third, and we'll discuss Ken's fascination with jelly.
I do not have a fascination with, unless of course it's naked
girls
naked women wrestling. What's wrong with that?
Oh, I'm with him on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's an expert on lubricants. Back shortly. So this time, Smitty, the halfway point of St. Louis Ray Double Corona.
It's improved slightly. Still very just under medium on its flavour profile. I just started to get a couple of hints of dried fruit there in the last couple of draws, so which is pepped up for me. But still slightly underwhelmed. The draw's still pretty tight.
Yeah, my draw's
pretty firm,
solid. And I got to say, I'm almost going the other way. But I'm normally a big fan of SLR DCs, but the burn's gone a tiny bit wonky, and I'm getting a tiny bit of bitterness now at the back of it.
I haven't got that yet.
Which I've got no bitterness.
I could do without, to be honest.
We'll have a serious word to it.
Yeah, so I also am underwhelmed at the moment with this.
Yep, I started underwhelmed, still underwhelmed. It's not. It just hasn't opened up to us. It really hasn't.
It's still. Yeah,
it's pleasant,
relatively pleasant
cigar, but it hasn't opened up.
Yeah.
Does it show a lot of promise that it will? I'm not sure. I wouldn't think it does.
Oh, I think Yeah, I think there's a bit of promise there.
That's the reason we have this thing over 5 years. To see exactly how it's changed. Has it changed much from last year?
I don't think they were all that overwhelming last year, this particular batch.
They were ordinary last year. This is less ordinary
Maybe
this year.
a dud box.
So far, hasn't opened up at all.
Okay, but... Yeah.
Okay. I would say an 84, 85 at this point.
I'm probably 86, 87.
Yeah, 85.
85.
87.
You're always a big marker, aren't you?
Oh, I feel...
He gave the latest Grange 99.
99, perfection, almost perfection.
I think it's the best young Australian wine I've ever seen. Everything's perfect about it almost. It is just so perfectly imbalanced. It's so approachable, but it'll go 50 years.
Let's finish this review of the SLRDC off. Year 2 of the 5-year tasting.
Draw has been problematic the entire way through.
Yeah, you finished it pretty much at the same time the rest of us have.
I've been sucking hard.
Experience helps.
You've not much evolution at all through.
No.
I don't get the bitterness. The bitterness was just came and went. I don't get that anymore. It's a pleasant, but it's become a bit hard work, which...
it is a tight draw, making it hard.
Yeah.
It hasn't evolved.
No, it hasn't evolved much. But I look, it's... I mean, I don't think this is going to be as good as some of the SLRDCs.
It's nowhere near some of the early SLRDCs. No. I haven't got... I mean, some of the guys have referenced sweetness to it. I haven't got a lot of sweetness in it.
I don't get that creaminess anymore.
Yeah,
either. That was
sort of
the first,
gone.
third.
All I'm sort of getting is, toasty tobacco flavours. We were just been talking the last half an hour, and I thought to myself, just at the end, we've all been sitting here smoking, and none of us has stopped to say, hey, I've really hit a great flavour or anything like that. So, which...
Okay cigar, okay, for me it's an 84 cigar at this point in time. Question marks on evolution and potential. We'll see next year.
Yeah, 86 maybe.
Yeah, well, I'll average it out at 85, but that's about what it is.
So we've got... Wouldn't rush back for a second.
No, I'm trying to think. I think I've got a cab of these. Whether
the reason we picked SLRDC was specifically because it is a relatively small production unit, and they all come out of the same factory, El Habanero. So it was one of the few cigars we actually had a chance of having a consistent blend.
And it's one that does evolve normally, and
and it does evolve nicely over a period of time.
But no, what I'm going to, I mean, the two cabinets, it could well be.
This one could be good in a year's time, but we don't. Yeah,
and we're not going to know what it was smoking like now. So
well, in that case, there, if we find the next cabinet's absolutely stellar from the same time period, it just confirms yet again that of the variability in blend. So look forward to it.
Look forward to something.
I'll see you next week. Jeez. Done. Finished.
There are some days you have to just boost his ego, hey, I tell you.
You suck hole, honestly. You suck hole.
One for the highlight reel.
The poor little petal can't stand a bit of sun, so he had to move in. Have you ever heard of anything so precious? Anyway.
Oh, but it's fine for me to sit out here.
You're dispensable.
You'd be under the Tsar's health plan, wouldn't you? Yeah, basically find your own doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Run.
Health plan based on wine and cigars.
Absolutely.
It's a very expensive health plan. Is that the tax office again?
Probably. Oh, I'm on speed dial there now.
Are you around for next week's reviews?
Which rate?
Oh, Wednesday,
Tuesday.
Thursday?
No, you're fishing
We're fishing
Tuesday.
Tuesday. We're fishing Tuesday.